This is what we call in the biz a staged reading, which means that it's very bad. It also means we didn't memorize our lines, and we barely learned our music. So I would say we probably put about as much effort into putting on this show as the people did writing it. Probably more. You've been warned.
I don't know what he was saying. Hi, we're from the Federal Board of Good Theater. Almost all of what he said was wrong. It's a bad show, that was true. But we'd like you to, for the sake of keeping the audience as bad as the show, we encourage you to turn your cell phones on. Please check your Twitter, your social media. Turn up your ringers. I can see all. Turn up. I can see you. Turn your ringers up. Thank you. We would still like donations. That'd be great. If you gotta sneeze, do it loud. Feel the power. What else? You guys have any other announcements?
Team up. It's showtime.
There we go.
And never upon such as you can a downy freshness of heaven's bounty fall. Then live henceforth a being accursed, armed against all men, and all men armed against thee. Of giant strength and giant strength, signs changed all things. Tempora et omnius maximum.
Stagius.
Imagine, if you will,
No.
a small schoolroom somewhere in the United States of America. It's a bright, sunny day. Bird song can be heard in the field outside. And a sweet, but vulnerable young school teacher is educating her class on the mysteries of world geography.
Please stand. Well, that's just fine. Well, children, here we are in a small classroom somewhere in the United States of America. It is a bright, sunlit day, and birdsong can be heard in the field outside.
USA! USA! USA!
And I, your sweet but vulnerable young school teacher, am introducing you to the miseries of world geometry.
Wow.
Geography.
That joke is obtuse.
Now, have your notebooks ready because I tend to get carried away. Are you ready?
Sure. Yeah. At all.
Fine. This here is your rope.
Damn right, that's my rope.
This here is the Mediterranean Ocean.
Wow.
Well, that concludes world geography. Any more questions?
Can I go to the bathroom? Miss Naive, whereabouts in Europe did you point? Your rope.
Let's see. That is France.
Transylvania.
That is Transylvania.
Miss, could we go there tomorrow when our European educational vacation conveniently plotted to fit in this play?
Would you like to go right now?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely would. That'd be amazing.
Scrummy.
Have you got all your things packed?
I like it.
Oh yeah, if you know what I mean.
Then we shall leave immediately, traveling by air, sea, and train,
And horse and car and sea again.
enjoying the comfort of a first-class service, delightful cuisine, and a friendly smile from your tour operator. I learned that from the brochure.
We are now flying at a height of 3,000 feet. Conditions are perfect. Conditions are nearly perfect. And I think we are directly over the Atlantic Ocean. I think.
Wow, that's nice.
This is Carlophia Airport, Transylvania. Are you receiving? Are you receiving me? Over.
I swear I never touched her. I thought she was over 16.
Hello. Takashio, this is flight 675 from Pennsylvania. Can you give me landing clearance? Have you missed all around up here?
Flight 675. Conditions normal. There is always heavy mist in Transylvania. You have landing clearance for runway 2. Over and out.
Right you are. Here we go. Wheels down, tally ho. Oh my god, the wheels have stuck again!
Good, I hope you crashed. The man's a pedophile!
Tally ho! Whee! Well, you did just fine. Just fine. Anybody for drinkies? See you all in the bar later. Maybe. Tally ho! Oh, and enjoy your stay in Transylvania. We don't usually go out further than this. Funny place, Transo.
You cannot say that.
There.
Miss, how do we get to the end?
The road.
I'm cold, if you know what I mean.
on board.
Of course, you must be. I was told by the courier that we would be met by a coach driver named Master Lando.
I have been sent to help you, madam. And the children.
Man, they got a second pedophile fast.
May I introduce myself?
Oh, please, please do. Master Lando?
That's Jude Fleischman.
Master Landau, indeed. Conceived in this place of sweltering lust, rejected by my father, and a victim of vengeance and hatred created by my mother. It is I who will lead you through the mists in this crazy carriage. Put those bags aloft, you scum! Come, quickly. The night draws in fast, and it is not wise to be on the road late. Come, get into this carriage! Except you! Get to the drums, you scum! We must be away!
Master Lando, you frightened me with your urgency.
Urgency is the word,
I
madam.
thought bird was the word.
You will come to Transylvania, the edge of the world!
A flat earther.
Be silent and attentive to me. Hold fast as we pass the gallows tree. A dreadful creature devastates this land, possessing men and devouring men. Ride, 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 with never a backward glance. Hide, 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 leaping in our only chance. Shine, clear and bright. Spy us from his castle high. Bloodlust vampire dominates the air. And there is mountain turning about his hair. So we must ride, 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 with never a backward glance. Keep going high, 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 he is our only chance. If the moon shines clear and bright, he will spy us from his castle high. Oh, it's the blood of the vampire dominates the air. And there is power, truly power is fear. So we must ride, 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 with never a backward glance. Keep going high, 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 he is our only chance, is our only chance. In ahead.
Heaven be praised. Children, we've arrived safely here, and yet I feel a sense of evil in this place. Can these be people who shun God's good sunlight and go about their lives behind drawn curtains?
Hackers?
There's not a soul to be seen.
That's as it may be, man. For my own part, this is as far as I go. You will find a warm fire
Redundant.
and good food
Unlikely.
at the inn of Master Hans and Frau Gretel. I must say goodbye to you and the children, and wish you peace of mind in this dreadful place.
Stay away from him.
Sight here, carriage, you scum!
Miss Naive.
Goodbye. What?
Miss Naive, I feel as if there are people in this place. I feel 1,000 eyes watching us.
We're like 80, 85.
Creepy, if you
know what I mean. Don't know what you mean.
Oh, heavens, Miss Naif, look, Venus manifestation, the spawn of hell.
Don't be silly, Julie. You've been reading too many books.
No, Miss Naif, look, I see their faces, and my ass is
Julie, you're right. But do not be afraid. These bizarre faces may not be so mysterious. My strong belief in the basic goodness which exists in all men may dispel your doubts and fears. Stop, creatures, and reveal your identities.
Mama Chumanga.
Joe Mama. Pistachio.
Gert Miser.
Sharkface.
Now, Jeff Schwartz.
Pigus.
Joe Mama.
Why do parents pick weird names?
Why, it's simply the villagers.
Oh, good. They're not repugnant images that emanate from my subconscious.
They're Republicans.
Still creepy though. You know what I mean? Oh my god.
Miss Nadia, would little children welcome to our humble inn? Oh, the women are very proud that we're coming. What excitement! What an adventure!
Indeed, welcome to the bra house of Herr Hans. It's you? And Frau Gretel.
That is you. Me? Yes, you are Frau Gretel.
Of course, me! I'm in such a whirl with the excitement. Well, thank you for introducing yourselves, and these must be the villagers?
Strange attire.
Spooky faces.
Weirdos. I like it.
They don't look at all well, Herr Hans.
No, my dear. There is no illness here. Oh.
No!
There are no problems here.
Well, maybe just a little problem, but nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Fascism?
Well, Herr Hans, the children and I are completely convinced that we're in safe hands.
We're never seen or heard from again.
We think your friends are absolutely cute.
Swell.
Right on.
Yeah, and how excited they all have been! Miss Nadia, we have been scrubbing the bedrooms and cooking the food. So much activity there has been.
Our friends have helped us with every little task. Is that not true?
We cannot contain our euthanasia! Enthusiasm!
Delight, my dear teacher, and little friends. Truly, it is nice to argue here.
Yeah, to have you here is nice. We've been in the world, such a world to twirl. We've been watching for you noon and night. What the scratching of nails, what the biting of heads. We've been turning all our bedrooms inside out.
But now you're here. You bet you're here. And we mean it more sincere. It's nice to have you here, to have you here. It's nice.
Such a big little boy. We've been cooking for you. What the bubbling of mash. What the sausages squeak. We've been snatching all these dishes we could snatch. God!
But now you're here. I bet you're here. And we mean it most sincere. It's nice to have you here, to have you here. It's nice.
This song it flows, straight to hell it goes. Why did I agree to see the show? What a load of ass, this show is crass. When will we get to leave? Nobody knows.
But now you're here. You bet you're here. And we mean it most sincere. It's nice to have you, nice to have you here. It's nice.
Sunshine Haven, blessed by golden beams. As blossoms form a shady screen. Azure letters, whispering this reply. We measure wisdom by the ass you kick, the ass you kick.
Welcome, little ones. Come, you must be cold, tired, and hungry after your long journeys. Oh, oopsie poopsie. Oh, come inside by the fire quickly. Oh, let's go.
What rich cultural heritage Pennsylvania has.
There's no scholar, you know, cops. It's not Wednesday, John. The project, the luggage, it has to be unloaded. Come along. We must so much like overcooked sauerkraut.
Well, this is truly wonderful. Bless you for your kindness and generosity.
It is nothing. Nothing. Quickly, bring food.
Now will there be enough food for you, my children?
Truly overwhelming, Frau Gretel.
Scrummy. Great, if you know what I mean.
That is fine, fine. Now, while you eat and make yourselves comfortable, I will go and prepare your rooms with beds for tonight. Tonight in Kikassia, you must sleep there.
As well as one may sleep root fells beneath the shadow castle of the Black Lake.
Hans! Enough of such talk! You will give the children nightmares. Do not listen to his stupid prattle. It is all nonsense.
Nonsense, is it? Ask Brother Claude if it was nonsense when they found his sister beneath these dark waters with the innumerable secrets of death in her heart written on her tortured face.
It's not a very secret if it was written on her face.
You're right. As always. Such talk will upset the children. Please, forgive me. A little man rambling.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm interested.
Me too.
Yeah, I like creepy stuff, if you know what I mean.
Is that a fetish thing?
I think we've had enough of local legends and old folk tales for one evening. I think we should find those vets of ours and catch up on a little beauty sleep.
Sleep, she says!
Sleep! 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 Sleep!
Yeah.
Gotta get your script.
Nobody goes to sleep until they've drunk the famous local brew.
Local brew?
Of course! It has marvelous qualities. Some say you can dream whatever you wish for.
A girlfriend?
I wish the show would stop.
What do you call this stuff, man? We call it Aquafina.
I tried too.
Indeed, it is called the Aquafina. I wonder if we have any around.
Sunglasses, quickly. Would you like to hear what the running water? The Aquafina that is made from pure rotten water and the secret herbs that grow in the valleys?
Secret herbs? Is that what they're calling it?
Why, Herr Hans, the children have done a little botany this year, and this seems a splendid opportunity for practical field work. Please continue. It sounds most fascinating and deforming.
Informing.
Informing.
Right, so tell us.
Yeah, that's right.
What's
What
this
is this
Aquafina stuff?
Etc.
Very well. Excellent. But the evening draws in, my friends, and as much as we love Kikassians a day, there are many things we fear tonight.
Yes, Hans. It is time that the inn was closed for the night. The darkness is thickening. And the wind springing up. So, my village customers, when I clap my hands like the Carlopia rats. Kikassia rats.
There are rats here?
You must return to your holes.
Soon they'll be safely home, wanting their beds.
And talking of beds, come children, it is late and I expect you have a busy day tomorrow.
Yes, that's true. Quickly, children, down the stairs and off to bed.
Come, let me show you the way.
Do you go to work?
See you at breakfast.
Good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Sleep tight, little ones.
Your talk of evils imminent may have disturbed the children a little bit.
Good, fuck them.
But
I forgot which show we were watching.
I believe that in some uncharted, forgotten corner of the world, there is a force of good that will stand defiant against the teeth of evil and the jaws of death.
And the lips of despair, the nostrils of malice, and the eyebrows of barbarism itself.
Yes.
Little Nadia, this is amazing. You have described as a very life a close friend of ours, a young, handsome man. Yeah, a young, handsome man, dedicated, bold, and fearless.
Yeah, that is so. Dr. Nick Necrophiliac is his name.
What?
Dr. Nick Necrophiliac is his name.
Wait, repeat it.
Dr. Nick Necrophiliac is his name. A brilliant young English man of medicine. He has been residing with us here at the Row House while he continues his scientific studies at nearby Heidelberg University.
Why, he sounds tremendous. A dream man in English, too.
Why is your dream man a necrophile?
My own lost ancestors came from that green and pleasant land.
Is this true what you are saying?
Indeed so. They were born in the great city of Birmingham. But where does this doctor you talk of
just, how do you say in the English legend, a brief suckly head.
Indeed, a positive action man. A positive action man. Oh, why, there is his familiar knock, and he will be accompanied by his close friend, Father O'Stake, who sailed across the seas from the mist of Ireland to be the Doctor's constant companion and advisor in their fight against the black arts.
Please open the up. Our friends will be cold. We're tired.
Of course, what am I thinking of?
Oh, thank you.
It is as we anticipated.
Herr Hans, Frau Gretel, lovely to see you. Ride over was wonderful. Only 3 wolves tried to follow me this time, not 4. Oh. You have visitors, I see. Dr. Nick will be with you shortly.
Hans? Doctor! Father, it is good to see your honest and kind faces in these pots again.
Indeed it is. And we have a surprise for you, my friends. See, a pretty young teacher has come from America with her pupils.
I am charmed to meet you, madam.
God bless you, child, and keep you in his safe hands.
Well, I sure am very pleased to meet you. Both of you.
Like steel and a magnet, we have been drawn together. Here in this place.
Like a seagull and Pringles.
Like anti-tentacles.
I feel it in my soul.
There is a time for talk and a time for quiet.
Which is it?
This is such a time. I must just look upon him. He is truly a man with whom a woman can feel safe, and I am sure he is well qualified.
I feel breathless in this strange and total silence.
You're doing a pretty good job talking right now.
I will never forget this one moment when destiny has brought us together, if only for a short while. If only I could speak to her, tell her that I love her, that I worship her, that I am well qualified.
This man has a dauntless front.
Yes,
I recognize in him all those qualities essential to the creation of a white crusader. He has my heart, for this is the first time I have ever been face to face with a positive action man.
And you must be woman! Come on, try that one again there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Walk, hear me talk. A cool on an arrow and moving man. I'm a positive action man. Positive action, satisfaction, universal chivalry. Positive action, stimulation, very much stimuli. Oh, yeah! He's for me. Super X certificate, Hercules. I'm a positive action man.
sick man.
True to my word, I will be. Just you wait and see. You will not need to thank me. Fighting for right will I strive. Samuel Golden is my guide. I'll squash the Spider Woman, neutralize the giant plan. Cool love and arrow or improving movement man. I'm a positive action man. Positive action, satisfaction, universal chivalry. Positive action, stereo action, hostility. Oh, yeah, for me, Super X certificate, Hercules. Not a matter of faction, but a positive action. Got the picture?
Bye, guys.
And now, gentlemen, it is time that you are also fed and warmed. Gretel, food for Dr. Nicholas, and Faza will steak.
God bless you, Herr Hans. And Frau Gretel, I think it's your cooking we'll be having.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Oh, a magnificent spread, dear friends.
Waka waka. So, Miss Nadia, are you here for a visit? Sightseeing, perhaps?
That is so, Father. We hope to visit some of your lovely towns and make a few excursions to those historical castles.
I would venture no further than the lovely towns, Nadia. There are many superstitions appertaining to some of our castles, and it is not wise to delve too deeply into their origins.
Listen well to his words.
There are things here of which the children should have no knowledge. Believe us.
But surely it would be foolish not to extend our knowledge of European history while present in Transylvania.
Do not call me Shirley.
Nadia, shall I tell you about the most recent piece of history in our country?
You were absorbed in Romania.
Last year,
This piece of news is like a year old?
an old and revered man of our village died.
Good.
It is customary here to dig the graves in rows.
Suppose a parallelogram.
As Claude, our gravedigger, was making a new grave, he heard sounds of knocking proceeding from the very grave in which his sister had been buried but a few days previously. Terrified, he came to see me, knowing of my recent research into life beyond death. I have my own website and a YouTube account. And together, we call on Father of Stake, who granted permission for the grave to be opened. When we returned, the cry still issued from the tomb. When we opened the coffin, we discovered the body of the woman still warm.
Calm down, necrophile.
Her arms and face scratched and bleeding. But here is the moment when we realized the awful truth of the matter. On her neck, we saw the unmistakable mark of the vampire. She was possessed. Ah, woman!
I still shudder at this tale.
Peace, Frau Gretel. It's been a year now and we've heard no more of it. None from the vampire.
Many whispered in the village that Count Dracula had returned to his castle, and that he and his evil mother had come once again to feed as the people of a village.
Why did he come with his mother?
We should have no fear of him now. He has been dead some 50 years.
Dead! Or merely sleeping?
Well observed, father. For the vampire may regain its powers if it can but obtain the life force blood it craves from one who is sufficiently pure and innocent.
Get it? She's stupid.
I may appear to you very naive,
Yep.
but what exactly is a vampire?
The vampire, my own one, is the reanimated body of one dead and deceased, brought by moonlight from the grave, still yawning and screaming. And in its reanimated state, it prowls the moonlit villages and churchyards, seeking the souls of the innocent for its lifeblood. If you spot one, distraught, he'll lunge at you with fangs paler than the white cliffs of Dover, sucking your lifeblood from your veins, causing instantaneous death.
Kinky. Vampires suck.
I'm drooling under script.
That's a mistake. That's not at all what's in the script, man.
It's called method-acting necrophiliac.
The vampire can sense the spilt blood of an innocent over thousands of miles, and in the form of a bat will fly in search of his victim.
But is there no protection against such an evil creature of the dark?
The vampire fears both garlic and running water.
Glass and holy oil.
The cross of our Lord.
Ice mountain water, and the sharpened wooden stake, which brings everlasting death.
It's horrible. Horrible.
Finally, something we can all agree on.
What is it?
Have no fear, Nadia.
Suddenly the lights dim, there is a distant rumble of thunder and the sound of a coach being driven wildly and pulling up outside the inn. All are frozen in horror. Have no fear, Nadia! Stand firm, everyone!
This is a late night visitor. None of us wish to welcome.
Hans, quickly! The garlic!
Please, won't somebody tell me what this is about?
We're about to meet the fountain evil on earth, which yes, I know it is difficult to consider an evil made flesh and manifest, but Count Dracula is such a creature.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Pattinson.
What draws your evil presence to this simple inn?
$20 says blood.
Your blackness best befits only the darkness of your accursed castle.
That's racist!
My dear young doctor, how rude and abrupt is your welcome.
Not as rude and abrupt as your exit shall be, dear Count, if your purpose is to feed on the souls and bodies of the simple people of this town.
Take care, my dear lady. Tonight you have the safety and protection of your inn. Another day, who knows?
Not Tuesday.
We're not afraid of you.
No? Well, I can hazard a guess that these simpletons are merely here for the fear.
Fearful though we may be, Count Dracula, but our belief in the church and all that it stands for is protection enough from your powers.
Come, my friends, do you not know that my visionary eyes can pierce even the deepest gloom of the darkest grave?
My ass.
And my eyes have such a vision now, but this time of beauty and light.
My ass.
A jewel of rare quality.
My ass.
I see that you're a woman of some culture. You must forgive the coarseness of this riffraff. These stories of an evil reputation are but figments of their imagination.
Count, you are most charmant.
Beware, Nadia. Do not be fooled by his fair words and flattery.
The doctor, my dear, has never been a great admirer of me or my life's work, which is strange, for we are both, in our ways, experts in simple surgery. It must be something of a dying art, eh, Doctor?
Waka waka!
Inhuman phantom! Why are you here? Be about your business and leave, or you shall deal with me.
No deal!
Really, such insults? They put my teeth on edge. If I could but possess one small part of this girl's belongings, some small trinket, so I could have power over her, then I could sup some of the lifeblood I crave. Blood which is wasted in her pretty mindless body.
Please step away from me.
My dear,
No further.
My business is but a simple proposition. I am a man of immense wealth, and I would be willing to pay you handsomely if you would be so kind as to call it my ancestral home. I have a number of daughters, who are in much need of private tuition. I would be your undying master, servant, if you would be agree to give them some short lessons in, say, etiquette and deportment. I assure you, they would be very willing pupils and hang on to your every word. I feel, with your experience, you could excite their interest and stir their blood.
Wow, you are most kind, sir. We shall need some extra money for our vacation. Yes, I should be glad to accept your kind invitation. No!
Oh, no,
I shall expect you tomorrow night for dinner then. I always have an exceptional appetite in the evening.
That's enough out of him. Pagan!
Forgive me, dear. A sudden illness, an old allergy with which I suffer from time to time. I shall look forward to our first lessons tomorrow night. Farewell.
He has gone. Only the night mist remains.
Nadia! Snap out of that girl!
Oh, goodness me, I'm sorry. I must have been dreaming.
You must not dream, child, nor gaze at me with that vacant glance. Your dreams were all too real, I can assure you. And I strongly advise you not to go to the castle of Count Dracula.
Listen well, Nadia, for Father O'Stake speaks wise words.
Of course you are right. I shall not go. But it seemed for a moment as if he had some power over my thoughts. No, we will not go. Tomorrow will be sightseeing first, and then we must travel on.
Good girl.
Sensible. Very sensible.
Now, I must travel on. Thank you for the hot lunch. It's been wonderful, but long night. It would be better if you stayed here the night and tried to convince our young school teacher about your promise to start evening classes. Good night. We'll protect all of you. His infinite wisdom.
Good night, good father.
The night draws in, and we have a long day ahead of us. Oh.
Yes, yes, you are right, Hans. Here, I have some bottles ready. Good night, young friends.
Good night, both.
Oh, and sleep well.
We will. We will.
Doctor, I found tonight's events conflicted and confusing.
Me too.
It is confusing. Fusing, Nadia. You see, there exist certain beings whose very lives seem bound by invisible chains to the supernatural. Count Dracula is such a one. He seeks, therefore, the solitude of his castle. He dwells there all alone, save for his crazed mother, the Countess Wraith.
He's an incel.
And his faithful servant, Genghis.
He's a Mongol.
You seem to know an awful lot about him.
I do. My researches at Heidelberg University prove that vampirism is not physical, but supernatural. You can read all about it on my website or watch my videos on YouTube. There is, of course, only one cure for such an occult disease. Love?
A cure? What in heaven's name?
It is too terrible to relate to such innocent ears.
Suppositories.
Come, enough of this talk. You must rest. Give me your hand.
You are very gallant, kind, and gentle. Well, hush my mouth. Here I am talking away to you and I don't even know your first name.
$10 says Nick.
I hardly like to say. My name is Nicholas Orlando Erasmus Cecile Necrophiliac.
Oh.
I know. It is a stupid and ridiculous name.
It's not at all.
No, it is.
What's in a name? It's just a string of words.
She doesn't know what necrophile means.
I like you for what you are, Nicholas.
A necrophile.
What's your name? Good night now.
Good night.
And then they made love to the sound of Germans and the smell of garlic.
What's in a name, she says. It's just a string of words. She takes me at face value. She likes me as I am. So let me stay just the way she likes me. For the way she likes me is just the way I am. So let me stay just the way she likes me. For the way she likes me is just the way I am. No need for complications, romantic affectation. She's the kind of someone who likes me just the way I am. So let me stay just the way she likes me. For the way she likes me, just the way I am. So let me stay just the way she likes me. For the way she likes me is just the way I am.
There's someone to hold me, there's someone to grasp, there's someone to speak up for when there's a mess, there's someone to stir up if it's only a part of the fire that warms the chill of my heart. There's someone to need me, there's someone to care, there's someone to love me, hold me, need me, want me, need me, for me. So let me stay just the way he likes me.
No need for complications, romantic affectation. night, Nadia, and sweet dreams.
Good night, Doctor. With the funny name.
Ooh.
It's intermission now.
You crook-backed fool, kneeling there quivering with the castle keys.
Page 43.
I'm impatient with your tardiness.
But Master, I tried. If only you knew how hard I've tried. I've done my best in preparing the lower chambers and rooms for your
No, it's fine, we'll wait.
Work so slowly, imbecile! do nothing faster. You know that tonight, everything must be as we have planned.
As we have planned.
After tonight, more of my creatures will walk abroad, and all will see and acknowledge my genius. I will be master of both the living and the dead.
And the dead!
Careful, fool! Remember, I will choose carefully those of my servants who are worthy enough to be allowed the honor of serving me through eternity.
Let me be among them, Master. I will assist you in all things. I will find fresh aid to help aid us.
Ectoplasmic cretin! Have I not found the victims already? Now go, dog, and prepare the lifeblood substitute in the laboratory of the North Tower. Or it will be
No.
the Black Lake and its murky depths for your deformed trunk.
Not the Black Lake, Master! Anything but the Black Lake! I already feel its cold, watery grip about my neck, the clutching weeds and the screaming victims of your countless victims below the surface.
You want to try again?
The screaming voices of the countless victims below the surface. Anything but the Black Lake, Master!
Genghis.
Not the Black Lake!
Genghis!
Master?
There. The North
Tower, Master.
Nobody understands me!
Mother, is that you? Mother, we have some visitors this evening. I think you should join us.
Dracula, my son, my boy, why do you keep your mother imprisoned below in the dungeon with the knots at the edge of the steaming lakes?
Because of your constant chatter, Mother, and also...
And soothing thus the dreamer's pains, my Dracula will drink the lifeblood from their veins.
And your ridiculous chanting a verse from the past.
Not ridiculous, Dracula.
Mother, I forbid you to call me by that name.
It is the name I first remember you by, when, as a child, you knelt by your mother's throat. Not ridiculous.
Mommy, call me Dracula.
Yes.
I have had a vision.
On another sea of blood.
I see. A sea of blood! And out of it comes a figure, dressed in white. He holds the jagged oak stick above his head, and down it plunges. I see you, my son, falling from the black sky, writhing in a hell of agony as you fall into the vast void of everlasting death.
Stop. I'm confused. So Dracula gets stabbed up and down, and then falls into a void. Can the man in white fly? And also, you said that the man in white comes from a sea of blood. Does he dolphin leap into the air and then land on Dracula to stab him? And if he does come out of the sea of blood, why is his suit white? And if the sky is black, why can you see him?
Yes, Mother, why can you see him?
No comment. Well, I feel much better now.
Silence, Mother. Enough of this foolish ride.
How did it ride?
I see no obstacles in our pathway, do you?
No.
Come, Mother in blood. We have the lifeblood experiment to complete in the North Tower.
Yes, the
I shall call Genghis.
I feel weak already and my visions become less clear.
Fool! Genghis! The North Tower!
I'm coming as fast as I can, Master.
That's what she said!
Why does he test me so? Genghis, you should have been here earlier.
Why? What did I miss?
Nothing, you fool. I mean, you should have been here earlier with the tower. Is it ready?
Yes, Master.
I had it outside.
Well, don't just stand there drooling, cookback dog. Bring it in. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Terrible. If the experiment works, then soon my creatures will walk abroad throughout the earth, and all men will acknowledge my mastery over life and death. Listen closely, deformed slave and putrefied parent. Once we have created a lifeblood substitute, we may have living death at our disposal. You realize the significance of this power?
Yes. No.
The significance is everlasting evil, eternal world dominance. We shall become predators with supreme power.
Alright, you kids.
I knew you would go far, Dracula.
Oh, master, I grovel and fawn at your stinky feet. You are indeed master of all.
Socks on?
Of course. And shall I tell you why?
Tell us! Tell us!
Because I have the supreme gift. You did socks.
The supreme gift?
Genius.
G-E-N-Y-U-S? Genius! But how do us lesser immortals acquire this genius?
Give us the formula of the secret.
There is no formula, fools. You either have it or you don't have it, and I happen to have it. A genius, 1 in 1,000. Because to be a genius, my pathetic underlings, you must not only have flair, get my king in my hand. You must not only have flair, style, and sophistication. One must have an overpowering hatred for all others who stand in your way. Let me prepare you, if I may, for what I'm going to say. Simply hold your education to human exploitation. And if you can stand the test, you can be up here with the best. Listen to a connoisseur of crime. If you want flair, style, sophistication, smart, witty, conversation in your the top, you must let the others run. If you want to be a super rat like me, if you want to be a super rat like me, let me give you an example. You plan a dinner at 2 or 3, a cozy alberge beside the sea. This wealthy heiress you entertain with avocado and pink champagne, so warm, romantic, and unashamed. She'll pucker up and spot those fangs. She'll do a loop, but please don't do. Simply relieve her of her handbag and drown her in the soup. You gotta be a connoisseur of crime. You gotta be a connoisseur of crime. Your
job at public school. Teach young but to those young fools. Prepare a potion in darkest lab. They gather around. I make a grab. Pop in a pupil. Dilute for taste. Tincture of tadpole. Instinct and taste. Look aghast. But I'll just laugh. Call it miscomprehensive and stir it to the staff. I wanna be a connoisseur of crime. I wanna be a connoisseur of crime.
So if you want style, sophistication, long lasting jubilation in your struggle to the top, you must let the others drop. If you wanna be a super rat like me, wanna be a super rat, knowing where it's always at. Be a super rat like me. If you wanna be a super rat like me, that's me. Hurry up, Mother.
Look like you have something to say. Okay, take your time.
Oh, my Dracula, when I see you sing and dance like that, so many things I think you could have done.
Yes, Mother, but managing a delicatessen and kick-assia is not one of them. Facile fool! Quickly produce the ingredients for the experiment.
I have them all right here, Master.
There.
Stop!
Excellent! I shall now climb aloft to the laboratory.
Take care, Dracula. There must be no mistakes.
I never make mistakes, Mother.
This music proves otherwise.
Imbecile! Turn on the power! Turn on the power! Good, good. See, the chemical process works well. We have now only to add the living tissue. Genghis, a piece of human flesh and make it bleed.
Which way?
Mother! Frivolous frump! Be serious for a moment. Do not interfere. This moment is vital.
It's vital.
For, once formulated, the lifeblood substitute gives us the power to conquer the world.
The world.
Think of it. How could anyone stand against us? Against my army? An army that could not be killed?
Here, Master, is the human tissue.
That's not a tissue, that's a hand.
How did this happen?
It came off in my hand. Do not chide me, Master, for I know I'm a clumsy fool. But I tried. If only you knew how hard I tried.
You failed. Peace. Cast an ember. For we are about to create a liquor that will provide.
An endless process of birth, procreation, and death in one microscopic drop of this supernatural liquid.
I was going to say that, Mother. Honestly, that really upset me.
Quickly, Master, pitch in the hand.
Very well, but I shan't forget this in a hurry.
Enough! Enough! It's gone. The lifeblood substitute.
Now, at last, we can live on until we find a new victim. Try it, son. Try it.
Oh, can I have some?
No!
Careful when opening it.
This is the supreme moment. I will transcend the barriers of time and space.
Drink, Master, drink!
Drink!
Chug, 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 chug.
And worse! Each take a draught of the elixir. Feel its renewing strength pour into each fiber of your body.
That's just a sugar high.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Get all wet.
Day John.
Strangers call at the front iron gates.
Don't get overwrought, mother! It could be our young school teacher and her pretentious brats!
Go to the castle door and greet the master.
Indeed, but first call and awaken our own pupils. Those fortunate women who have already become my brides in life and
Utah.
And the zombie men, shall they also partake in the celebrations?
Of course, all shall be present.
Goody!
Mother, take this earring which I subtly took from the girl and use it to draw her to our presence, if indeed it is she that calls.
Do you do that?
Yes!
I had a vision.
It was in the first act, you did it so stealthy you didn't notice.
I see a sea of blood.
Okay, I'll go make some tea.
No! Stay! We must know if it is the woman I crave.
A sea of blood. And out of it comes a girl. A young, nubile creature. Her face is shrouded in a crystal vapor.
We get it, she babes.
After years, I see a young woman of rare serenity. She is perfect.
Come, let us welcome her to my vampire empire, high up on this misty hill.
To meet the intravenous genius, every second's a vermilion thrill.
Why are you riding so much?
Mind your business.
Of giant strength and giant strength, he sees the life force from the depths. Sleeps all day but works all night. Dracula! Ectoplasmic dynamite.
Okay. Should I be in the number now? Should I be in the number?
Welcome to my vampire empire. High up on this misty hill. Meet the intravenous genius. Every second's a vermilion thrill. Oh, Dracula, me, you can't charm me. These can turn me on and on. Verbal puzzles, when we dance the races, stack on and top. Welcome to my vampire empire. High up on this misty hill. I supply replication. Simply swallow down this high-down hell. Oh, Dracula, me, you make bomby. Me, the job is quite insane. Change the composition with a small incision. Now we dance the races, now gonna drop. Oh, yeah! Welcome to my vampire empire. High up on this castle shelf. I'm a lunatic lymphatic. Every breath looks like a bat out of hell. Go Dracula, me, and Harvey, let's do insanity. 'Cause then we'll have nothing with the heat of loving. Now we dance the races negative rock. Races negative rock. Races negative rock. Races negative rock. I said, yeah!
Genghis.
Oh, no.
I'll get it out.
Genghis! Yes, master. See to the brats. They may serve as an hors d'oeuvre before the wedding breakfast.
Wait, did he say rats or brats?
Indeed, master. Come, pretty ones, come to the chamber of Genghis and see if we will find any unusual games we could play.
May I play with the children, Dracula?
Have a violent four!
That's only a mother can give to young ones.
Breast milk.
Maybe they would like to play my version of Snakes and Ladders.
Mother.
Or a Beetle Drive.
Mother.
Scrabble.
Mother! Mother! Forget Parr the games. Go and help prepare her for the ceremony.
Ooh, yes, I shall enjoy it.
Very ready for the ceremony.
So, now I have Nadia in my power. I shall change her composition with a small incision.
Stop reusing lyrics.
Sweet-tasting beauty, she makes my blood burn in my veins and my heart race with thoughts of moonlight madness.
Get off the stage, Count Cocula.
Why are you so mean?
Bell time.
But all things must wait. The bell tolls 3.
Bong, 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 bong.
4. See, the sunlight creeps over the horizon to harass my work. Even now, a dreadful weariness spreads through me. I feel my bones melting into earth and my flesh crumbling to ash.
When you drink milk.
So I must rest a while until the night and chilling darkness comes again. I am weakening fast. Some small revitalizing tonic before the coffin calls.
Pepsi.
Thorclarson! Thorclarson, my nightcap!
This isn't weakness, don't give a that.
I drank from that.
Drink.
Come, Thorclarson.
What's happened? Oh.
The daylight burns into my brain. Come, there is no time to lose, but much to be done. Later.
Nadia!
Nadia!
Miss Nadia!
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 One more time, I think.
Nadia!
That's not.
You look like it well, Father.
Not a sign nor sound of them anywhere since early this morning.
I've had a terrible premonition. They have either paid a foolhardy visit to the castle of the Black Lake, or have been drawn there by the magic powers of the Count and the Countess Wraith. But here are Herr Hans and Frau Gretel. They may have something favorable to report. The finale?
Dear friends, have you seen or heard aught of our guests? We have searched everywhere.
I'm afraid not, Doctor. Und, Alfia, the worst.
This is terrible! Terrible!
Damn right.
What can be done?
Do not fret so, Master Nick. Hans and I have sent the villagers and patients of our hospital to search every nook and cranny. They may not be in the hands of Count Dracula, but have done merely to get food for their journey, or even to visit the church of Father O'Stake to say their farewells.
Daddy O'Stake.
See, here comes Herr Booze. He will have the news.
Ready now, Brother Booth. Calm yourself, and take your time and tell us in your own words. What?
He didn't kill himself.
Nadia and the children have indeed left our flock and cast themselves unwittingly into the hands of the Black Shepherd.
You're still being racist.
Then we must act both quickly and without fear. Herr Hans and Frau Gretel, round up as many of our friends as you can. Also, contact this man. He lives like down the street. Hopefully you'll be back in time for your next scene. He's just over there. She is one of my laboratory assistants, and has been working on some secret experiments I've been conducting on the vulnerability of the vampire. The information he gives us could be most vital to the success of our cause. When we have all assembled, then we will march on the castle. Vivo.
Viven!
Daddy State and I will be directed to that accursed place. There's only one way to deal with this fiend of hell. Father, Daddy, have you the prop?
The stage prop.
The pit prop.
Pit prop.
The O steak!
Oh, the O steak, yes. When did I have it?
Excellent. Goodbye.
Hurting each other.
Let us hope for Nadia, the children, and our own sakes, that we are not too late. Heaven only knows what horrors are flooding through their minds at this very moment.
It's naive. I think we landed ourselves in an alien-oriented society.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
I think we're incarcerated. If you know what I mean.
I think I got that.
I do. And it is all my naive fault, children.
Oh, no, that's not true.
No, it is true, it is. Why, if I hadn't been such a sweet, innocent, lovingly adorable, fascinating little woman, we wouldn't be safe at home in Wyoming. Pennsylvania.
Please don't blame yourself, miss.
It's like a programmed destiny. You know what I mean.
No!
But I do blame myself. We are simply locked up in this dungeon awaiting a fate more horrible than death because I'm so unworldly, and worse because I'm so vulnerable. I'm a sweet little girl, I'm a nice little girl, I'm so vulnerable. I'm a sweet little Pete, such an unstained teeth. Just in my friend. Why, I'm sure he will.
I've lost all sense of time, if you know what I mean. Like, what's a clock?
Yes, Elvis, I have the same problem. Belly, how are you?
Hungry.
Tea time!
Yeah. Look out, Mrs. Quasimodo's back. His name is Genghis.
Don't use Brooklyn expressions, Julie dear.
Man, this is an accurate summary of the show.
Enough of this prattle, chatter, and singing. The master requires your presence at his banquet.
Ooh, lit.
Ominous, if you know what I mean.
Silence! Come follow me this way. Not that way, fools! This way! Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me.
What?
Nobody understands me!
Bye, David.
strength and giant shred. He seeks a life force from the dead. Sleeps all day but works all night. Dracula! Ectoplasmic dynamite.
Oh, Dracula, clear before whose eye the past, present, and future lie. Ere the moonlight and the evening dies, seize your bounty, claim your prize.
Oh, master, skilled in measures of more, lead us from thy ample store. Prince of vampires, king of knights, Dracula, ectoplasmic dynamite!
I'm even guilty as cookery behind the marble throat of this my bride. One kiss, one bite, my pretty dove, that awakened to an ecstasy of love.
Stop! Release those children! Just in the nick of time.
Oh, no! Absolutely not!
You weren't supposed to laugh at that.
How dare you enter my domain uninvited? Seize him!
No! In the name of God, no! Shall I charge it?
How much?
In heaven's name, what evil is this? Herr Hans, Frau Gretel, come quickly! The altar cloth, quickly! Frau Gretel, please! Take the garlic and hold these fiends at bay!
Ah!
May God we are not too late.
Where am I?
Hell.
She's naked. Well done, hostess.
Safe, my child, safe.
Nick, is that you?
Yes, my own. I am here at your side. At your side. Do not fear. I will never leave you alone again.
Oh, Nick, with you I feel safe.
This time it would appear you have the advantage of me, man of God and doctor of nothing.
I have a diploma!
But you cannot hold us thus for much longer.
For once you are wrong, Count Dracula. Our doctor has discovered a weakness in your armor, and now he has the opportunity to put it to the test.
Weakness?
Challenge him, Dracula.
What weakness do you speak of?
Not weakness, friend, but scientific experiment. During my recent research into liquids and their cumulative effects upon the vampire, water all over my hands.
Do you think I got beer all over me?
You, buddy. I came by sheer chance upon a new solution, until this moment, unknown to the world of science. Harmless to living beings, but come over here. To the unliving.
New solution?
This shake.
What does he mean?
Don't tremble.
Tell me of this strange liquid. Speak, I fear not.
What's wrong with Crow?
You fear nothing, Count? Then tell me what you think of this. Quickly, my friends. Help me!
No! It is impossible! It is Ice Mountain bottled water!
Precisely.
I hate being in
Ice
power.
Mountain bottled water. Like fools, we have the answer to your evil in our very hands that night when you called us at the inn of Herr Hans and Frau Gretel.
That was in Act 1.
Ice Mountain! And now we shall use it as we should have done that evening. Destroy them!
Don't look at us that way!
We are sensitive.
Why are you standing by the trap door to the lower vaults?
Dracula, help me, I'm your mother!
You cannot escape your doom! blasphemous creatures! Quickly!
Trapdoor! Hey, Hans, defend yourself with the church's blessing!
Yeah!
No! Not into the black river!
Rocky, save me!
I am drowning in its murky depths!
The weeds are pulling me under!
So, you have sacrificed their bodies to the green slime of the lake swamp. Is this the fate you intend for me?
No, Count Dracula. We know you have no fear of that inky hair.
There is only one sure way to end your reign of terror.
I thought his weakness was bottled water, not rain.
Don't laugh.
Hold him fast!
Hold him slow.
No! Oh, stay!
Yes!
Oh!
Count Dracula, the oath state, and may God have mercy on your black and evil soul!
Come, death, that I may sleep and be free!
Stab him in the dick!
It's horrible! Horrible!
Don't look, my love. Your eyes should only behold images of beauty.
Oh, he is right, my dear. Come stand back from this accursed place and forget what you have seen and heard.
Oh, the good Ralph.
Vice words, my little apple dumpling sticks, vice words.
You mean I must try to erase from my memory all the horrors and torments I've experienced?
Yes, my child.
Problematic.
This whole fucking show's problematic.
Indelibly imprinted, if you know what I mean.
I fucking don't!
But it must be so. This abomination is over, and we should leave this dark place. Act 2 is meta.
Yeah, leave as quickly as possible.
I shall prepare rooms for everyone at the Bro House. For tonight we shall sleep the sleep of peace and contentment. The loathsome Count Dracula is no more, and the sun will shine again in Kikassia.
You speak the tongue of poetry and beauty, my dear Frau Gretel.
No.
Yes, the nightmare is over, and all men can now be free. We shall return to the inn.
May I thank you, Father, Hans, Gretel, everyone. But before we return, I should like to be alone with Nick for a moment.
Of course! The magic of Aphrodite flies through the evening air, Gretel. Behind the scenes, that is certain.
Indeed. Come on. We have much to do, and later I suspect I shall be called upon to arrange a small celebration. Do you not think so, Frau Gretel? Dear Hans?
Yeah! Come everyone to the inn! Come, Hans. Hans, who is this Afro-Dynamite? You are talking of?
Aphrodite, A-P-H-R-O-D-I-T-E, my
Children, come quickly. There are 3 birds too many still in this nest.
Sloppy stuff, if you know what I mean.
I think I actually know what that means.
Oh, Nadia, at last we are alone, and all evil is behind us. In the brief moments we have been together, I have learned to live.
And you have taught me, Nick, that there is not only horror in the world, but love also. And that real amour can overcome all malevolence.
My own. This is difficult for me to say. But, as you may know, I have recently been carrying out some experimental research into physical and emotional sensations. I can't share the name of the website.
Check your search history.
This work is of supreme importance.
Watch the show.
It has many demands, and I shall need a great deal of help. So I wondered if you could consider, that is,
and we shall find beyond the sun, beyond the frontiers of the starry spheres we two together. Baby, I'm a prisoner of love. Point me to the sky. Fly through the night to drink the nectar from the vaults of time. We two together. Oh, Nadia, you know, and I know that you know, we can take flight, gently blow the wings of our love. So let us fly in the blue crystal of the morning, with neither rest nor respite, towards the paradise of our dreams.
Oh, Nick, I know that you know that I know. Look, my eyes are on fire, my heart races to the heat of your love. All I ever dreamt of has come to pass. Now others slowly stand and gasp. The gasping, nothing can surpass. True partner at last.
Yes, pray! Come, Nadia. Our friends are waiting to welcome us.
Yes, we must see them all and tell them the divine news before we start our life together.
Nadia, there's just one small other thing.
His penis.
Are you so mean?
Yes, Nick, of course, anything.
Did you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Oh, of course, anything.
Thank you. Come, they are waiting for us.
Wait, let's play some all kinds of stuff. Come on.
I play Minecraft.
I see them. There's a couple.
Welcome home, Nick and Nadia.
God bless you both and welcome.
It is truly refreshing to be safe here in this happy inn.
And truly refreshing to be safe from the evil one.
Oh, you can say that
You
again.
can say that again.
And truly refreshing to be safe from the evil one.
Waka waka.
Nadia, I think Erhans has something he would like to say.
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. You look very important standing up on that chair.
It will be one of his poems, specifically written for the occasion.
Bravo!
Bravo! Yeah!
A poem on the toast, written by Erhans and read by
Erhans.
Erhans.
Yeah, exactly so. Und now quiet, please. Now, we are hopeful of peace and content. We witnessed the end of the Black Monk content. So raise up your glasses and drink down quick. A toast to our heroes.
adventurous day.
But not quite the end, Nadia. Shall we tell our friends the good news?
You do not need to tell us, Dr. Nick. We can guess the news you have for us. But that is not just the suspicion of a blush on young Nadia's fair cheek.
Oh, my heavens, does it show?
It does indeed, my child. And if my guess is right, then you have named the day.
We have, good daddy. The time of our betrothal will be this very night. If you would be so kind as to carry out the ceremony.
I would that no other priest have the honor, my son. Dear friends all, our young doctor and the lovely teacher are to be wed tonight.
Congratulations! Oh, congratulations, my dear. I know that you will be very happy together.
Yeah, as happy as Gretel and I have been these 40 years.
Oh, Hans!
Oh, yeah, and have no worries for the children. We shall see the children home safely on the next Transylvanian flight to America.
Wow! And they were never seen or heard from again.
Thank you both kindly, dear Hans and Gretel. There is a secret that I've always kept to myself, but now I can speak openly. I was an orphan child and lived most of my early years alone and uncared for. Shit. But now I can truly say I have found a real mother and father of my own.
God! Come, Father. The wedding. We shall be wed tonight. Nadia, travel to Heidelberg in the morning, and after a short honeymoon, return to our university studies.
Oh, Nick, I love you.
Let these two walk in love's warm embrace. Bless them and keep them in happiness safe. Love, better, worse, for wealthy, for poor. May they be rich from the love that they store. Let these two walk in peace evermore. Bless them and keep them in safety so sure. Make their way clear to walk in the sun. Make her way be his way to paths be worn.
Thank you, Alice. Nick and Nadia, you have decided to be joined together here in Circassia according to the old promises and customs that have been in use for hundreds of years. The ceremony is simple, but lasting as your love and pledge should be. Do you, Nick, love Nadia truly?
I truly do.
And do you, Nadia, love Nick truly?
I truly do.
Then, Nick and Nadia, inasmuch as you have sworn that you love each other truly, and have witnessed publicly to that truth, I now pronounce that you are no longer two, but one, in our sight and your love. Since the first night we opened up our theatre door, we've done the best, but the best can do no more. So, in dear fashion, friends, off to your blessed homes in peace. Once entered there, all your quarrels shall cease. And as for vampires and those lakes of black, there are no such things, so sleep you well at that. This loving couple will need our special care, so think on them and in their fortune share.
Daddy. Thank you for your help and kind words.
Thank you, dear Daddy.
Oh. It is one of my duties to join together loving couples, but this was more of a pleasure than a duty. May you always have joy
Oh, from Hans and I, from our hearts to your toes, may they always be warm and tender. Is that right, Hans?
Nearly, almost nearly, my love bird.
When you realize everlasting happiness and joy in your marriage.
Yeah. I hope you can cook, miss.
Wow.
Whoa! No, because I'm the hungry one, you know?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Might just immediately go to that?
You guys think like, cool vibrations. You know what I mean.
I think you know what you mean, Elvis. But come, we must stay here no longer. But be off and start your new life together. Coachman! Coachman! Take their bags. Ah, there he is.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
God bless.
Goodbye.
We'll see you summer vacation.
Yeah, see you in next vacation. Well, don't just stand there. Off with you, and safe travels.
Of course. Come, let me help with those bags. They are... No! No! It's not possible!
On the contrary, my friend, it is very possible!
In heaven's name! Nadia, do not be afraid. I will protect you yet again.
Will you, darling? I think I should like that.
No! No! You F-I-E-N-D-S
Prince of Bel